Okay, you know what? Come on now. I mean, just look at this ring. This is one we could put up here. And Adrienne, I feel like we wouldn't even have to say anything about it. This is brand new. Before we went on air, this was supposed to be $39. We're doing it for $29.95, and it is a knockout. It looks like you have floating diamond bands and then that beautiful tension set. This is true tension set in the center with the solitaire.
You know, this ring is, there's a real ring that has been sold in Paris for years that is everyone's dream. And it's this ring real. And if you can tell the difference, you're better than me. The reason you can't tell if this is real or not, if you look at it, you are looking at Diamonite. Diamonite looks like it's a man-made blue-white interpretation of a diamond. And what you're seeing is, when you look at it, doesn't it look like she's wearing just a bunch of rings that fit perfectly? It's amazing how flawless it looks.
And how it floats and how dimensional it is.
Exactly. You know what I like about it is the high and low levels that make it so dimensional. A ring like this is so intricate to make. It's so unusual to be able to create a ring like this and put it all together as you're looking at it. The high-low pave setting is the most impressive way to set off the middle stone. The middle stone is a 10-carat diamond. So, you know, one important piece, I love just a necklace and a super important ring, and you know, you always look beautifully pulled together.
Absolutely. And when you look at even the length of this is 13/16 of an inch in the length. It's 1 inch in the width. Now, it does have height to it. It's going to stand up about 3/16 of an inch, or I'm sorry, 3/8 of an inch in terms of the height. But it's going to be comfortable because it tapers down in the back.
It is 7 different rings attached together in the back. You know, when the style of multiple rings came in, we all started wearing a couple of rings together and they flip around. You'd have the front and the back, the front and the side, you'd have it digging in. Making them together on one band like this gives you the opportunity to wear the multiple look comfortably, and nothing ever moves out of its place. It stays just where it's supposed to be.
And we love that. I got to tell you, we are so very busy. My goodness, this may not make that 3-minute clock. At this time, though, I have every single size. I have 5 through 10. Okay, look at this ring on my hand just one more time. Just once again, you got to see this, because imagine walking into that New Year's Eve party where you're going to see people maybe that you haven't seen all year long. Maybe you're going to a fancy New Year's Eve party and you won't even know anybody there. Maybe you're going to like a resort or a hotel. Wear this ring. Everybody's going to stare at this one. I promise you, like Adrienne said, if somebody can look at this and tell you it's not the real thing, they're better than us.
It's impossible. You would need a loop to know this wasn't a very, very important, expensive diamond, and 7 different bands. Now, not only does it look important and expensive, but when I first brought this to our meetings, everybody said, let me see how it's made. How's it made? How's it look? None of
architecture.
You're right. None of us had ever seen an architecturally designed ring anywhere near this price. I truthfully never saw anything like it that wasn't in real gold. I've never, ever seen it. 7 bands put together into one ring with a big diamond. And you know, the way the Diamonite, which is the man-made diamond, is set, a little of the band is on top of it. So your Diamonite isn't overbearingly big.
Sure.
It looks like the perfect size for a very, very costly diamond. And you know, blue-white, if you own this reel, it would be in a museum. You'd go visit it because it would be worth so much money. And the difference between the real and this is it's man-made. it's almost impossible to tell. You see how it radiates every color, but so subtly it doesn't pop blue, red, green. Right. It's very, very subtle. And again, for us to be able to do this for you is pretty amazing. It's one night. You can see now we've sold so many that it's not how many we've sold, it's how many are left.
Well, and that's a little deceiving, though, because it says we have 800 left, but we have 700 people online. So whether you're shopping utilizing your mobile device, that would be my recommendation. Or if you've shopped with us before and you can use Express automated ordering, that'll make sure you get this one. Because this, at this price, will not be back again. We're doing it this day only. We actually have 50 minutes left in the hour, but it's not going to make it because you can see the counter ticking down, and as I said, we have hundreds of people on board. Just look at I mean, it's beautiful from the front, but when you see it from the side, every single angle.
And I promise you, it's comfortable like you can't imagine.
Because it takes
you see, when you look at the front, you look at 7 rings. But in the back, it tapers down to the perfect cut of 1. Perfect cut, 1 ring. And again, all the bands are completely jeweled. The whole front of the band is jeweled and comfortable. Look at the micro pavéing in a ring under $30.
Look at the milgraining beside of the micropov. Those little, see, not the stones, but look at those little tiny beads. That is something that is usually only done in a one-of-a-kind piece, Adrienne.
Right. And it's done by hand with giant magnifiers. So when they finish these kind of things, they become very, very costly.
Okay, very last call on this. You're going to get it if you are on board. But the ring that I have been wearing throughout the entire show, because I saw it and I was blown away.